Hi there, students. Effluent and affluent. Okay, effluent is a noun, whereas affluent is an adjective. Okay, effluent is the waste that comes out, for example, out of a factory or out of a sewage plant. So effluent is liquid waste, sewage water. Whereas affluent means rich and wealthy. Affluence would be the noun. Affluently. In that part of the city, people live very affluently. There is a lot of affluence in that area. Okay, so effluent, the sewage that comes out of something. It can also just be used to mean the outflow. Maybe you've got a lake quite high in the mountains and it flows out into a river on one edge. That would be the effluence, okay, or the effluent, the stream that flows out. But that's much more technical, and we use effluent to talk about the waste that comes out of a factory, the waste that comes out of sewage plants, yeah, and it normally flows into the river. So there was a day-glow green effluent coming out of the nuclear plant and dripping into the local river. The local authority must find an efficient way to deal with the effluent from the city. Okay, effluent can be countable or uncountable. The effluent from a factory needs to be treated before it's discharged. There are many places that pour their effluent directly into the sea. Okay, so yes, we have to deal with the effluent of the affluent society. So affluent, rich, wealthy. You can also use affluent to mean something that's abundant, yeah, generously supplied with, but most commonly affluent is talking about wealthy people. He held an extravagant party as a demonstration of his affluence, yeah. He lives very affluently. There are, in many places, there are so-called emerging affluents. There I've used this as a noun. Yeah, affluent living. There are very affluent homes at the in this part of the city. Okay, so affluent, rich, but also a large amount of. I sometimes I have an affluence of questions questions that I need to make videos about. So here, having an abundant supply of more than maybe I can deal with, and so affluent, but generally affluent, rich. Okay, let's see. How formal are these two words? I think affluent, I'd probably give a 6 in formality. I think you could use it in an informal conversation, just about, but I think more normally rich, wealthy, flush, old money bags, loaded, yeah, something like that. And then effluent, it sounds very technical. I think I'd probably give it a 6.5, even a 7 in formality. I would say waste, water, sewage, something like that. I think effluent, it sounds rather technical, and I would use it probably in a technical document talking about the environment or something like that. Okay, so affluent, rich, wealthy, prosperous, loaded, well off, opulent, well heeled, well to do, moneyed. And then effluent, sewage, discharge, pollutants, outflow, but the outflow of sewage from somewhere. Okay, so we need to find a much better way of dealing with industrial effluent, and we need to find a way of dealing with the effluent of our society. Okay, as to origin, okay, both of these words come from Latin. Affluent comes to us through French from Latin. And let's see, the Latin word affluentum from affluens, yeah? Okay, ad and fluo, to flow towards. So this has got the idea of money and goods flow towards that person. And then effluence, okay, from the Latin effluens, to flow out, to flow away. Out of, and then fluens, to flow, so a flow out, and that's the idea of effluent. Okay, so if somebody's affluent, they've got lots and lots of money, and effluent is what comes out of your toilet or what comes out of a factory. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Affluent and effluent.